everyone, welcome to another 5 Foot Nomad video. I'm Basilia, and in this channel I share content about the digital nomad lifestyle and recap of my trips around the world and living an awesome life in general. In my last video I talked about my experience in Cape Verde, okay, and you can catch it there. And I also told you guys about my sister who currently is a resident of Cape Verde, and if you're interested in relocating to Cape Verde, her YouTube videos will be absolutely useful for you. So you can check the link in my description to check out her channel. And yeah, I shared content about my experiences in Cape Verde, and in this video guys I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 things that I did not like about living in Cape Verde. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and hit that notification button so that you're notified whenever I post new videos. So let's dive right in. Let's dive into the 5 things that I absolutely did not like about living in Cape Verde. And one of them is the people don't speak English for real. Like, besides university students who are studying English, or young people, or Cape Verdeans who are back from America or something, most Cape Verdeans don't speak English, and this is quite tough. They either speak Portuguese or Creole, which are their languages, and it's quite tough actually communicating with them, because then you have to use translation, or maybe if you speak Spanish you can use a bit of Spanish wording and they will probably understand that, but they don't speak English. And for me that's really a deal breaker, because come on man, it's 2022, like come on man, like you should speak English. I wouldn't say that's one of the reasons why I didn't stay there permanently and why I moved to Montenegro, but it's nice to be able to be in a place where people speak English, because then you can connect better with the people and you can understand better. But if you're in a place where no one speaks English and you have to learn the language, like you're literally forced to learn the language, maybe that's a good thing on one hand, but on the other hand it's not so. And yeah, the second thing that I did not like about living in Cape Verde was it's a very small country, and we all know what that means. A small country is nice on the one hand, that you have your peace of mind, it's tranquil, blah blah blah, but on the other hand it's like there's not that many opportunities for you, and there's not that many things. Like, for example, there's not so many clothing stores, there's not so many options when it regards to shopping and all of these things. And you know, everyone knows everyone basically, because it's a small country and the island I live is small, and you know, all of these things together. Yes, being a small country has its advantages where there's ease, like I said, but you know, it also has its disadvantages, which brings me to the third thing that I didn't like about living in Cape Verde, which was limited job opportunities. Oh my God, if you are not a freelancer and if you're not a digital nomad and you're hoping that you would relocate to Cape Verde and find a job there, I'm sorry, you will not. Like, or that you will start a career there and this and that. It's just not going to happen, because I mean, the population is small, job opportunities are very limited, and again, for you to be able to work in the local economy you must speak Portuguese or Creole, because no one speaks English. They don't care about English, you know, especially on Santiago Island. Most of my experience about Cape Verde is from Santiago Island, which is where the capital city of Praia is. So whenever I say Cape Verde, I'm referring to this Santiago Island, okay? And the jobs are very limited. Maybe you can find a job in construction, maybe you can find a job as a teacher or something, but you will not find. I mean, both my siblings live in Cape Verde and they both work online. They are both freelancers, you know, so that's why they can be there. But I mean, if you're looking for a job and hoping to start your life there, it's not gonna happen. You're either a freelancer, remote worker, digital nomad, or you're someone who has capital and is looking to start a business there based on certain things that they're lacking there, because I mean, they're lacking quite a lot of things. I mean, when I lived there for 9 months, there is no proper boutiques, you know, to shop, no proper shopping opportunities. There's no bowling place. It's not like I like to bowl every day, but I mean, you know, so something like that. And yeah, basically Cape Verde is not the place you go to if you're looking for a job. There's limited opportunities. And this brings me to the fourth point of why I didn't like living there, is limited resources. Okay, for example, my sister, she's a French teacher. She actually lives in Cape Verde. She's a resident there. So actually, if you're interested in moving to Cape Verde and you want to learn more, she actually makes YouTube videos detailing about life in Cape Verde and providing you with useful information that you could use. So I will link the description below to her YouTube channel so you can watch her videos and you will find them really useful. And yeah, she's a teacher in Cape Verde. Okay, and she's also a resident there, and she's also someone who has an eye for fashion and design, and she will try to source materials for her machines, some fabrics rather, you know, to make some clothing on all that. And it's not so easy to find, and because Cape Verde is quite close to Senegal, it's like an hour and a half flight, no, an hour flight max. She tends to get things from Senegal, you know, and also like there's not that many shops where you can buy new iPhones or new gadgets, and basically the market is quite small and there's very limited resources there. So this is one of the reasons why I did not like living there. And the fifth reason why I did not like living in Cape Verde, I think this is the major reason, and probably one of the reasons why I skipped with Rafi, or it's just one of the factors per se, is that Cape Verde has water problems actually. So Cape Verde in general is made up of desert islands, okay? Which means that these islands are dry. I'm not going to go into the geography because I don't understand it, to be honest. If you want to read more, you can Google, you know, but basically the islands are dry. And yes, some years they have rainfall, some years they don't have rainfall. Of course, sometimes when it rains, it pours. And when it's green, it's fucking lush, you know. But at the same time, yes, they have drinking water, they have desalination plants and all, but sometimes there's just no water. And it also depends on where you live, actually. For example, you could go a day without having water. Yes, it always comes back, but you know, you also have to make sure that the building you're renting has tanks, like water storages, so that you don't lack. But these water problems can come and go, but it's a real thing, and it may not happen everywhere, but it's something that's ongoing. So this is one of the things that I didn't like about living there, because while I was there, I went through one time a week of having water problems, and it reminded me of Nigeria so much because I had to shower with the bucket. I left Nigeria for a reason. I don't need to be living like a Nigerian outside of Nigeria, you know what I mean? So yeah. And yeah, I feel like a bonus thing that I didn't like about living in Cape Verde is their restaurants. I mean, their restaurants don't have that good food actually. I know they have kachupa, which is their local dish, and this and that, whatever, but like they just don't have that variety. Maybe they do on Sal Island. Like I said, most of my experience is from Santiago Island because that's where I lived and spent most of my time, okay? So there in Praia, the capital city, they didn't have that much variety when it came to restaurants. Yes, they had the best chicken and fries that I've ever tasted. Oh my gosh. Chicken and fries restaurants, perfecto. Carpaccio, fresh tuna carpaccio. Mwah. But when it comes to variety, there are no Indian restaurants, there are no Chinese restaurants, there are no intercontinental whatever going on. But I mean, the small ones that they have, they do it quite well actually. I have to give them that. Maybe on Sal, because it's more touristy, maybe they have more food options and more restaurants. But in general, overall, living in Cape Verde was one of the best experiences I've had, based on ease, based on quality of life. So again, if you are a remote worker, you're a freelancer, and you're about that tranquil life, you're about that serene life, peace of mind, no stress, sem stress, you know, Cape Verde is the country to be, because your money will go a long way. You have 9 islands to explore, and you will just be living that peaceful life, no stress whatsoever. So did you find this video useful? Are you thinking of moving to Cape Verde and you're not sure where to get information? You know, my sister is a resident of Cape Verde and she makes YouTube videos telling you everything you need to know about living in Cape Verde, and I will link the link to her channel is in the description below. I also have a Cape Verde relocation guide detailing everything that I learned from my time in Cape Verde, how to become a resident, how to live there, what to do, who to meet, whatever. Any information you need about relocating to Cape Verde, my Cape Verde relocation guide will provide you with that information, and you can find it in the link in the description below. So if you've watched this video until now, wow, thank you so much. Your attention span is quite high. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.